All right, the first section of our exam review is geometry topics. Number 1 says scientists rope off 2 excavation sites. Site A is rectangular with a length of 60 meters and a width of 40 meters. So the first thing we want to do is we want to draw a picture. So we're going to draw a rectangle, and it says a length of 60 and a width of 40. Site B is similar. That means it's going to be the same shape. So we're going to draw site B. And it's also a rectangle, but has a length of 45. So I'm going to put 45 on the top because that's where I put the length for site A. How much rope is needed for both sites? So in site B, I don't know my width, so I'm going to put my missing value here. I need to figure that out. Anytime something is similar, we can set up proportions to help us solve. So I'm going to say that 60 matches to 45 and 40 matches to X. So I match up my corresponding parts. In order to solve this, I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. Cross multiply is when you do like the bottom times the top. So I get 60X, and then you would do the bottom times the top like that. So I have 45 times 40, and I get 1800. And then to finish solving, I'm going to divide both sides by 60, and I get X is equal to 30. So now I know that this side is 30. I still haven't answered my question because it says how much rope is needed for both sites. So I needed to know how much rope goes around the entire outside. So in a rectangle, I know the sides that are opposite each other are the same size. So I can fill that in. And then I would just need to add everything up. So perimeter, the rope will go around the outside. So for site A, I'd be adding 60 plus 40 plus 60 plus 40. So that's going to give me a total of 200. And then for site B, I'm going to be adding 45, 30, 45, and 30. So what does that give me? 60 plus 90, 150. And then I add up the total to give me 350 meters. Right, number 2 says your family decides to put a rectangular patio in your backyard, similar to the shape of your rectangular backyard. So again, we see this word similar. Your backyard has a length of 45 feet and a width of 20. So we're going to draw another picture. We're going to say the yard. And it says length of 45, width of 20, and the new patio is 18 feet for the length. So I put the length on the top here, so I have to put the length on the top there. What is the perimeter of your backyard and the perimeter of your patio? So very similar to the last question. I'm going to put a missing value here and make a proportion. So 45 matches to 18. 20 matches to X, and then I cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I'll have 45X, and then I'm going to do 20 times 18. And then I'll divide both sides by 45, and I get X is 8. So I know this side is 8. Again, I can't stop there. I'm not finished. It says, what is the perimeter? So that's around the outside of your backyard and the perimeter of the patio. So let's do the yard first. The yard is going to be 20 plus 20 plus 45 plus 45. So that's going to be 130. And now my patio, 18, 8, 18, and 8. So I'm going to add all that up, and that's going to give me 52. All right, next one. Triangles A, B, C, and D, E, F are similar. Which statement is correct? Select all that apply. So when something is similar, they match up. So in this picture, or in these triangles, A and D match, B and E match, C and F match. So we want to make sure these are in the right order. So this says B, C, and E, F. Last two letters, those match up. AC is first and last, DF is first and last. So those match up. So this one is correct. AB is first two letters. DE is first two letters. So that's good. CA is last and first. And then FE is last and middle. So that's not right. And then if we go down to the next one, AB and EF, those don't match up. BC and DE, those don't match up. So that one's not right. And then the last one, we've got CA, so first and last, F and D, first and last, BC, second and third, and EF, second and third. So those match. So it's just 2. Number 4, a child who is 52 inches tall is standing next to a person who is 5 feet 5 inches tall and casts a shadow that is 34 inches long. What is the length of the child's shadow? Round to the nearest tenth of an inch. So we're going to draw, we have a person and a shadow, and then we have a kid and their shadow. It says a child who is 52 inches tall. So this child, we're going to say 52 inches tall, is standing next to a person who is 5 feet 5 inches tall. 5 feet is 60 inches. So 5 feet 5 is going to be 65 inches. And cast a shadow that's 34 inches long. So the shadow is 34. I know I didn't draw my picture perfectly to scale, but that's okay. We can still see what matches up. We don't know how long this child's shadow is. So we're going to do the height of the person to the height of the child, the shadow of the person to the shadow of the child. We're matching up the corresponding pieces. So we cross multiply, we get 65x, and then we have to do 52 times 34. So 1,768. And then our last step would be to divide that by 65. And we get x is equal to, x is equal to 27.2. It says to round to the nearest tenth of an inch. So I did that. I rounded correctly. So 27.2 inches. All right, I'm going to stop the video here and then we'll make another video for the rest of this page.